You know, A.W. Tozer, I love him. I listen to him all the time. And I just heard some YouTubers say, you know what, preach Jesus all the time and use words if you have to. So what he's saying is let your life be so holy, so righteous, even when people aren't looking, even when you're doing something that you know is morally wrong, that you be the stand-up kind of person that behind the scenes you're not going to be doing that. So if somebody is being bullied online and they've had their accounts hacked, they've had their house broken into, they have a gang of, well, it's a gang of Satanists, they're drug dealers. They made themselves my enemy. When I worked at the police department, I wrote a lot of tickets, um, parking tickets, and I made a lot of people mad, and I did things that I shouldn't have done. Also, I did not as far as writing tickets. Not it was on a personal level. But you become a person who's targeted and not liked. So there's a lot of Satanism that goes up there. This is a big bunch of group of people, and they have power to do a whole lot of stuff. They're the ones who sell the drugs here. They are the ones who would go into the old buildings and fill the pool with blood from things that they've sacrificed. We're talking professors, we're talking police officers, we're talking people, judges, we're talking people that are a part of this that are big names. Okay? And you make yourself an enemy to these people, that's what happens. I get my house broken into, and everybody's able to see my private texts, anything they want to know about me. That's part of my punishment as far as they're concerned. Now, I've had a few people tell me, hey, you know what? We were told to stay away from you because anybody who tries to be a friend to you, they get their life turned upside down, they get hacked, they get the same treatment I get. Anybody who tries to be a friend to me becomes a target of this group. It's just the way it goes. I already understand that. One lady was terrified to be my friend, so terrified that she unfriended me because if she got caught talking to me, the bad one, then she herself would become a target of terror. She would be terrorized. They would stalk her online. They would hack into her stuff, and that's my life. I realize that. I don't want to try to pull anybody in to be my big buddy to bring hardship on you, because I know what would happen to you. You would not only become a target of these kinds of things, you would find your pets would be under attack, whether they would break into your house and steal them or kill them. Who knows? I've been blessed that they didn't steal, or the two that I have. They have others though. They have killed other cats, so that has happened to me. And then there's the supernatural side of this. These people are in contact with real demons. There's no doubt about it. There's no joke about it. They are able to do things supernaturally that should not be able to be done. And then you also become a target of your life being absolutely inundated with demonic, just constant demonic presence. Then the next thing you know, you'll be watching, your house will start being broken into. You'll be noticing that you've been, all kinds of things have been meddled with. They just break into meddle with things just to mess with you, right? That's all. They just meddle with you for the most part. They don't really steal anything except passwords. I mean, I had $300 in my purse. They could have taken that. They didn't take the money. They took the passwords, and and anybody who participates in this is participating in what they did to me and to my family. Nobody deserves this. I did nothing to ever deserve this kind of thing, but I have to take it. This is what it is in my life, and until God decides that it stops, it's not going to stop. So I keep going. But you have people who call themselves Christians who wouldn't even say hi to me. That's how much of a hypocrite they are. They wouldn't even say hello, how are you? They wouldn't, and mostly they wouldn't even try to be my friend because they have blood on their hands, because they're guilty. They know they've been doing this stuff that the Satanists has set me up for. They took the link. They took the link so that they could read all my private emails and watch it, whatever hidden camera that they, when they break in. I've seen the dust that where the stuff in the wall has been messed with. But I tried to catch as many as I could. Didn't mean I caught them all, but they break right back in and put more in. So you know that you took part in something really satanic. And you're not going to come up and try to be my friend anyway after that. And most of you are just straight up cowards anyway. And not very nice people. And you know what? I forgive you. I don't expect much out of you. Because you're just low class. That's all. To do this to somebody is really low class. And that's what the Satanists do, man. They got a specialty on it. They got that area knocked out. And what amazes me, though, is how many Christians that they have. So, you know, you hear somebody say that, be a stand-up kind of guy, and I'm gonna even put this on my Facebook. A.W. Tozer said, preach the word and use words if you have to. And the whole point of that is what's your life on the flip side, where you think nobody's watching. What kind of person are you when nobody's looking? If you didn't have your whole life to somebody just to go and sift through like you do mine and point out, hey, you got a flaw here. Hey, I'm going to make a video because I noticed that you're doing something where you shouldn't be doing, and I'm going to put you on blast. And you know, and they do it sneakily. They know what they're doing. It's done subtly. They know what they're doing. Come on. But what kind of person are you on the flip side? Are you reading private emails and you've been doing it for so long that your soul is so blackened that you don't even get a check in your spirit that says that it's wrong anymore? Is that the kind of person you are? Because my issues with my family, they'll work out whenever it's time. And right now I believe God is doing a lot of this, like to my oldest son, to protect him. Because he doesn't need everybody reading anything he puts. I mean, it's a way of, I believe this with all my heart. There's nothing so wrong with my family that it can't be fixed. But my son understands, my oldest son especially, he won't say it, he wouldn't say it out. But he knows about the satanic aspect of this. He was friends with him. Part of he knows. So he probably knows about the house being broken in and being doxxed to where, and then this is just a self-protective kind of thing, and I believe it's also God protecting him for my boys. And my daughter, you know, she says things and puts things out there that probably, you know, that I don't think she just don't care. That's the difference with her. She just don't care. She's been raked over the coals herself so much that it doesn't matter what people say. Pretty much, she's just that way. She doesn't care what you people say. But my sons, I mean, that's God's way of protecting them for the most part, protecting them, because He knows that a whole big bunch of people are going to be watching everything He said, and He would have no privacy. So you have taken part in the destruction of a family, and you call yourself a Christian. We don't have privacy to heal. You won't afford us that. But you know what? How about this? You preach Jesus, and let your private life speak to the kind of person you are by being a stand-up person, and don't take part in the bullying of people. How much more do you want my family to go through? Cancers, we're split apart, we're broken so bad that we could hardly function. And it's still not enough. You still want more punishment on us. You won't give us space. You just keep on taking part in satanic works, which makes you, believe it or not, I don't care how many videos you put out, saying you're saved. If you're taking part in this, you're not saved. You're part of Satan's plan. You're doing Satan's work. And there's no other way around it. And there's going to be some big judgments coming to some big names because they took part in this. And then they'll stick up their big 666 signs while they're preaching. And then make you look like a big butthead for even bringing it up. So that's the kind of time we're living in. This is the kind of people we're dealing with. Don't be a part of it if you feel any kind of conscience at all. Just repent, walk away. Don't take part in it. Don't do it. It's just wrong. And you don't have to be a Christian. If you're a decent person inside, you got some kind of moral compass, anything decent left inside after a world that's fallen apart like this, you could just say to yourself, you know what, it is wrong. I don't want to do this. I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want this to happen to my family member. I wouldn't want this to happen to my mom, my son, my daughter. And you know what? Some of you would call that karma. You'd say, well, it'll come around. And you know what? It always does. We call it, as Christians, reaping what you sow. So, sorry. But it comes back around.